Nice to meet you.
Bill Reed.
How
Have
about
a seat. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. And how did you find out about us and the position that we have?
Through online sources.
Okay, good. And do you know anything about us, about DuPont, what we do, or?
DuPont is a name that's been around. I mean, I always thought that everybody knew what DuPont was. Who doesn't know what DuPont is?
Anybody under 20 doesn't, you know?
Well.
Yeah. Okay, good, alrighty. And I see here that you're currently at Tri-C,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're in a software development course right now, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Coding boot camp.
Coding
Yes.
boot camp, okay. And why do you feel that your experience and background relates to what DuPont does? Why would you say that you have the background and experience of, how does that relate to what we do?
My background experience, I believe, relates to this because, technology is in everything.
Sure.
And when it comes right down to it, technology being the backbone is used in every industry, from manufacturing to banking.
Sure.
To, also I had exposure through the OnBase realm of dealing with manufacturing clients who used OnBase. So that's my exposure
Okay, sure.
through there, so.
Okay. Any manufacturing experience in your background?
No, sir, there's not.
Okay. And let's see, any certifications? Let's see. Any certifications?
Yes, I do. The certifications I currently hold are, well, actually, there are a couple of them that are expired.
Okay.
I need to get those renewed. They all deal with OnBase.
Okay.
Which is, I don't know if you've heard of that, it's a document management system dealing with paperless office, promoting paperless office.
Okay.
And there are several integrations that connect with the manufacturing world. But, so I held certifications in that software. I also, in dealing with electronic content management, I hold a CDIA certification and an ECMP from AIM, which is also ECM related. I'm also currently studying to take the Microsoft Technology Associate in programming, November 5th. So, and to renew the OnBase certifications what they require is that you attend their technology conference and take some classes, and they automatically renew you. And I'm also going to go forth in that realm. I'm going to obtain my API certification through them as well, eventually.
Okay. So what do you feel that is your strongest skill set or attribute that you bring to the table, Paula? What do you feel that, what identifies you or defines you as far as an employee?
I think there are several items. My ability to communicate with all levels of knowledge, relaying things in layman's terms to those who don't understand the terminology of the industry, and also my verbal skills, and how I interact with difficult personalities, and how I manage well to do with that. I'm also a quick learner, and I enjoy helping people. So a combination of all those.
Okay.
I'm also very detailed.
Okay, good.
Very detail oriented.
Excellent. As far as your work experience in the past, I see some banking, I see technical support analyst, and let's see, you were a solutions engineer.
Yes.
Okay. And then your schooling. What, as far as your experience and background, what do you feel that would be the one thing that we'd be able to use here at DuPont that would be more than anything else, would it be your communication? Would it be your training? Would it be your education? What do you feel the one thing would be the defining factor?
It would be the exposure to the business world through technology,
Okay.
and interacting with different people, drawing out what their needs are, and
Okay.
translating that into something, technology that they can use to make their work life easier and faster,
Okay.
less stressful,
Okay.
that type of thing.
Okay. Just hypothetically, if you were in a work environment, even IT, and you had a disagreement with your management or your leader or whatever, how would you handle that? What would be feel the appropriate way to handle it? Let's say you had a disagreement with the way something should be done. How would you actually handle that?
I would try to take, of course, the diplomatic approach in talking with management and letting them know that while I do understand where they're coming from, what about this other approach? What do you think about that approach?
Okay.
Or, and then just talk through it. But ultimately, it's management's decision, and I would live with that.
Okay. Okay. Questions for me?
Well, I've heard everybody else has already covered just about all of my questions that I got from that. I guess, where do you see someone with my qualifications fitting in with your company?
Okay. Well, again, you answered the ad for the job that we have open. Things that we saw in your resume is the customer service, the communication piece. That's imperative in this position, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And with your training at Tri-C, which is an excellent program, we know that. We've worked with Tri-C people in the past, and they do very well. Those are the things that we thought would be a good fit for us,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So, but we wanted to make sure that you were the type of person that we were looking for as far as not just necessarily the training and experience, but also personality-wise. If you're the person who's going to look at this as a long-term position, or look at it as a temp position, or look at this as an opportunity to career progress and make a home somewhere. That's the things that we're looking for. We're looking for people who are looking at us at long-term and not looking to get what they can and then move on.
Well, one of the things in talking with the others that impressed me was what you were saying about how the people that you want working there to be go-getters,
Yes.
to always want to be sponges for
Absolutely.
knowledge, and honestly, that's one of the reasons that I chose IT, is because of that. After working jobs in the past where
Right.
I would get bored doing the same thing all the time in technology. That's never been the case, because there's always something new, there's always something different,
Right.
always a new product out there that's a lot better. We've been encountering that a lot in this class, especially with ASP.NET MVC, and our instructor has said several times it's a good time to be alive because
Sure.
of look what this does, and it's
Sure.
it's
Yeah.
really incredible. And the go-getter part is about me is evidenced by the fact that I'm here. And my role as a solution engineer,
Right.
I hit a wall with that, and that employers were looking for people who could code, or as part of their skill set.
Right.
And so I am here to pick that up,
Sure.
to go forward instead of just, sitting there and trying to stay the status quo.
Sure.
I'm going for it. I'm going for what I need to have
Good.
in order to advance in my career.
Okay. Changing the course here. Let's say that you are working for us at DuPont, and you actually obtain a management level type position. And let's say you have an employee that doesn't call, doesn't show up, what would be the appropriate amount of times that that person could actually do that and still keep their position, in your opinion?
Well, I think there are different levels that, that would need to be gone through before releasing that individual. Number one, there always could be an excused reason. You know, that person could have gotten a car accident. You know, could, you know, God forbid, be in the hospital unconscious.
Right.
Family's not gonna think, oh, I gotta call their work, you know, and report them off. That's just not what's gonna go through their mind.
Right.
So, I mean, there are circumstances
Okay.
that would excuse the person, but then beyond that, there would be the, you know, probation, and then of course they would be dismissed.
Okay. So if a person just didn't show up and just came back to work, and they did that more than once with no reason why, what do you feel would be the appropriate amount of times they could do that and still keep their job?
Twice.
Twice.
The first time, they would be warned and put on probation, and they would be warned that if it happens again without an excuse, then they would be terminated,
Okay, good.
and then follow through with it.
Okay, great. Any other questions for me this morning?
No, I think everybody else has already covered them all. I can't think of anything new to ask.
Well, it was a
But
pleasure to meet you today.
pleasure to meet you
Thanks for
too.
coming
Thank
in.
you.
All right.